morning, again. 7:48. Happy FriYAY.
Happy Friday.
Heading on into the weekend. Zoom room, Karen Patch, the owner. Karen Andersen, the head trainer. Coming to teach us about some pups. Yeah. How to train them.
I think they're actually going to join us virtually. We might see a little bit of the Zoom
room.
room.
Action?
Yeah, a little action with the pups.
Zoom room, a great spot to go to if you need some dog training yourself or your pet, your feline friend.
They train people
to train
who
dogs.
love their dogs. Yeah.
Okay. So literally, we train the people who love them.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it helps you be more patient with your dog.
Yeah, it helps you be a better dog parent.
It's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Okay, Zoom room. Looking forward to chat with him. 8:30. Drum Landscape Supply. Jason Drum, your one-stop local landscape shop. We'll chat with him at 8:45. We'll say hello as we head on into the weekend and figure some things out. All right, going to test some stuff out here just for fun. New vehicles coming to the roads.
Okay.
I think they should, at least. There's a possibility. We've talked about Vespas being the future mode of transportation. A couple of reasons on that. I would imagine there's likely like a electric Vespa somewhere in there.
I would want
the
electric one. I don't want to have to put gas in my Vespa.
I don't blame you. But this next vehicle could be more of the, you need a little extra utility or the raining version. Like if it's raining outside.
Ah, yes. Okay.
So there's a startup in Japan that has made the tiniest EV for sale right now.
Okay.
It's a startup in Hiroshima. $7,000 one-seater.
Oh, one-seater.
Little EV vehicle. And supposedly it's doing pretty good. It charges in 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It maxes out at 37 miles per hour.
Perfect.
So 35.
Perfect for where I'm going.
What you need? Where are you getting at faster than 35 in Cornelius?
Nowhere.
In Huntersville.
Don't do it either, guys. You'll get pulled over.
And so far, pre-orders are coming in.
All right. I'd get one of these. I would drive one of these up and down Catawba all day long.
It's a single person is the thing.
That's fine. It's just me. Can the dog fit in there with me sometimes?
I mean, you could probably make the dog fit.
All right.
If you want. You definitely will see people with dogs and cats. I don't think it's a bad idea right now.
I would totally get one of these. It just looks like a golf cart with windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Davidson also, these could work in Davidson,
Oh, those
too.
would be great in Davidson. And so much easier to park, too.
Yeah.
Downtown Davidson gets a little hairy when you're trying to park.
That's right. Mooresville, I could see these driven around in Mooresville.
Oh, yeah. Any of our
Troutman,
downtowns.
Statesville.
Yeah.
Really, all of them. Yeah, you got that.
Sorry,
That's
I had
what's
to buy
going on there. Yeah.
Sorry.
So, okay. All right. Wolfpack Gary's on the line, and I'm going to hop in my little mini EV car here. I'm going to head up to Mooresville. I'm going to go to 150, and I'm going to hop into Steak and Shake, and I'm going to hang out with my man Wolfpack Gary. What's up, brother?
Gary.
How you doing?
Hey, I heard you talking about the Steak and Shake burgers and fries. How'd you like them?
So I had them over the weekend. Mame's brought up Whataburger, though, now, too. That's in Gastonia. But I had steak.
I heard about that.
But it's coming to 150, too, right?
In China Grove back in the 70s and 80s, it was real good. They closed it down.
That's unfortunate. I had the steak.
That was the original Whataburger. Yeah, I like the Whataburger myself. But,
did you have the Steak and Shake tallow fries yet?
Yeah, how'd you like that Steak and Shake?
I thought it was pretty good, man. Here's my thing.
Good too. I like the fries real good too. Yeah.
Oh, the fries, yeah.
The fries are good. They're the super shoestring fries, though. They're like real
they're
thin.
delicious.
I like the shoestring fries, though. You don't like those?
It's not that I like them, but I would have.
had that air conditioner cranked up. I about froze when I was in there.
Oh,
Ooh.
be careful.
Notice that.
It was a little chilly, more so probably because I had a milkshake, and that just kind of makes the body a little cold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
They almost got me.
I was going to see if y'all were going to be at the that Riverside Bar and Grill next Saturday.
For Dock and Rock?
Yeah.
I think Patrick Reynolds is going to be there for sure. I'm not sure about the rest of us. But yeah, if I can get out there, I would. Because
about 3 miles from my house.
And I think it's your birthday next weekend, right, Gary?
Yeah, my birthday's Monday.
That's right. You and I share a birthday week, and so that's why I can remember that, Gary. So yeah, happy.
Celebrate it June 8th. I think the whole extended family's going to get together at King of the Sea.
Nice.
Statesville.
Yeah. So yeah, if we can make it out there, we will. That'll be fun.
Yeah, we're doing it on Sunday because they're not open on Monday or Tuesday. So we just going to have my birthday dinner on Sunday. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Wolfpack.
Yeah, Gary, you got to call in your birthday too to help win those Peebo Bryson tickets next week.
Yeah, That's it.
There you go. There you go.
We'll celebrate it with some steak and shake or something.
There we go.
sometime.
We
We'll
will.
find-
We'll celebrate with all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, Gary. We'll talk to you
Have
later.
a good weekend, man. I'm looking forward to chatting with you on Monday, hopefully.
Yeah, man, you can take it easy.
I'll bring my harmonica. We'll sing happy birthday together.
All right.
All right. You have a good weekend.
Yeah, I'll do.
All right,
Thanks,
see ya.
Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my thing with the fries at Steak and Shake, my only beef, and they were good.
You don't like the shoestring fries,
I just think, okay, if you're gonna accentuate the beef tallow,
right?
and that be what you're going for, you've got to have a fry that matches the accentuation. Thin, really small shoestring
What do you
fries.
want? Steak fries?
Yeah, I want to
It's
test
called
it out.
Steak and Shake. You would think they would have steak
A little
fries.
thicker fries.
I
you
don't
know?
like steak fries though.
Well, it doesn't have to be steak. Crinkle cuts.
Oh, you go with crinkle cut.
Give me some compete. If you're
Okay,
gonna compete, make some waffles.
On the fry scale, because I don't know if we've ever asked this question. What's your favorite fry? Yeah, the least favorite. We don't have to name them all, but like, let's go waffle, crinkle, like, I don't know. They're like extra crispy ones and shoestring and steak fries. We'll throw all
Now,
those in
okay,
there.
so do you consider McDonald's shoestring?
No. McDonald's is its own thing.
McDonald's is its own.
Yeah, there's nobody else that can make a McDonald's fry other than McDonald's.
Okay.
So we're just talking about just general restaurant.
Favorite fries down the order.
Yeah, down the order. What you got?
Okay, number one would be waffle.
Waffle's number one for
I
you.
do love waffle
Okay.
fries if they're cooked right.
I
Because
just
if they're
don't like the turtle shells. I can't eat those.
see, sometimes I get a little frisky with the turtle. I like the turtles.
You like
I
the
like a
turtle
little
shells?
skin on my tater.
I
you
don't
know?
like the turtle shells.
Yeah.
That's Layla gets to eat those. That's why she's fat.
Two would probably be shoestring.
Okay.
Steak fries number 3,
Okay.
and crinkle cut. I'll go number 4. That's what I'll put
What
as
about
my
that
top.
extra? You like the ones that are like the extra crispy?
I like, and that's what I'm saying. I thought that was what the beef tallow thing was. I get the health,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also like that it cooks better, supposedly, right?
No, I think it's just healthy.
And
I
you
don't
need
think
a
it cooks better.
thicker fry, you know what I mean, to test it out.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
Steak fries would be bottom for me. Number one would probably be the crinkle cut fries
Okay.
for me. Yeah.
Solid.
Then
Great choice.
shoestring.
Yeah.
Waffle somewhere in like 3, 4, 5.
Somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there.
In top 4.
I don't like the turtle shells, and so I love a waffle fry, but when they get the turtle shells, I'm like, I can't eat that. No, it's too much potato. The ratio's off for me. That's what it is.
I think that's what I think it reminds me it's a potato. That's why I like
Yeah.
it rather than
Like this is actually somewhat good
stick.
for me. No, I don't want to be reminded.
This
of
came
that.
from the dirt. That's
Look, I
what
want
it's
to eat a
supposed to be.
fried chicken, and I want to eat waffle fry with no turtle shells.
Either way, if you eat enough French fries, you'll probably have to go by a drugstore and pick up a prescription.
Definitely.
CVS is one that it's looking like it's dwindling a little
Oh,
bit
no.
here. They had already closed stores, so I guess between 2022 and 2024, CVS had already closed about 900 locations. They just announced, though, that they're going to close an additional 271 stores. And CVS is a major brand. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a big old, as far as the pharma game goes, that's a big old conglomerate in there. And I don't know. I'm not saying that one locally here because I don't know the exact.
No, we don't
locations
know.
by
But
any
there's
stretch.
5,474 CVS stores
See,
around
that's
the
a
country
lot.
now. Yeah, but there were 9,000 in 2023, and now they're going to bring it down to about 5,000.
So people getting their drugs elsewhere, basically.
There's just a lot of places to get them now that all the grocery stores and now like Amazon delivers drugs.
That's wild.
And there's some, I mean, there are still some independent pharmacies too that I like.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes it tough. It makes it a tough game.
More competition for
Lots
them.
more
So
competition. Yeah.
because they turn into like you'd go to CVS to like pick something up.
I
Like,
cannot tell you the
inside.
last time I walked into a CVS
Really?
to buy anything. No.
No
And that
little
used to be
chapstick, nothing like that.
No, that used to be like my go-to
Mhm.
for little pickups and prescriptions, and now everything just gets mailed to my house, and
So
so
you
I
don't
don't
have
have
to.
to. Yeah, I don't have to anymore.
Well, then Walgreens, we already know they've been struggling as far
Right.
as their history. There's still one here.
There's two in Cornelius. There's technically 2 CVS's in Cornelius.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's just our town. Yeah, that's not counting all the other ones
So I
around
don't
us.
know where else they're closing at, but I guess people are okay with their drugs around here, at least keeping them going. So
Yeah.
we'll keep it going here.
Well, I'm just using myself as an example. Like I don't have to go in anymore because everything just gets mailed straight to the
Things
house.
getting more convenient.
Yes.
Robots are going to do that even more here.
Yeah. Eventually, the robot's just gonna yell at me when I don't take my medicine.
So there's a new robot for your home. Isaac is his name.
Okay.
Home cleaning robot, and he's got a price tag. Actually, we can know how much he costs. He's a home robot by Weave Robotics. He handles what they say complex household chores through teleoperated learning. I think it's just like a music bed underneath it if you want to hit it. And so sweeping, picking stuff up, putting things away. I think it can fold clothes as well. And again, there's a price tag on this thing. $59,000 is the opening starting gate if you want this robot.
That's less than I thought it would be.
Okay. You expected more for a robot that can take care of your house.
I thought it would be in the 100,000 range. Yeah.
So still 59 brings it. I mean, it's still expensive.
Yeah, that's still very expensive. And I'm still not getting one. But
that's the Gen 1. This is a Gen 1 level right here. And so by what? Gen 3, we're down to consumer grade more. Wait, what number do you think it starts picking up at? 20,000? You think if this thing was $20,000 that you'd see a lot more of them?
I don't know. Can I put it on Klarna?
There'll be financing.
Okay.
In some way, shape, or form.
I think it gets down to the $10,000 range. You'll start seeing them in people's houses. Yeah, people will finance them for like 5 years or something like that. Yeah, and then you'll be seeing them in everybody's house. Yeah.
Okay. Cleaners might be out of the game here. I don't know what that means. Not to, hey, if you're just prep it, you start using the robots rather than buy, just lease them to people.
I'm getting this one to clean my house before my cleaners comes.
To compare?
No, just to like do the general pickup. Like I have to get my clothes off the floor. I have to,
Oh yeah.
Put everything away before the cleaners come to clean. Yeah.
Oh, I just leave my dirty drawers. I say, y'all are here to clean. I thought that was what else am I paying
Katie's
for?
Way of doing it,
What else am I? What?
I just don't want them talking bad about me.
The whole point of this was so I don't.
Serving you better than ever before. WSIC, Statesville, W290DK Mooresville, W264CU Statesville.
Harrison's is the home of Work Western and wow! For nearly 30 years, our family has been boots on the ground when it comes to work. We have the largest selection of in-stock boots in the Carolinas and the best workwear brands like Harriet, Carhartt, and Wrangler. Find us on Norman Station Boulevard.
A fond farewell. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what Elon Musk will get at the White House today as his tenure ends leading the Department of Government Efficiency, though to Democrats, it's good riddance after Musk's controversial work pushing for federal job and spending cuts.
The president says on Truth Social this will be Musk's last day, but not really, because he will always be with us, helping all the way. Doge estimates it has saved about $175 billion, amounting to about a little more than $1,000 per taxpayer. That is far less than Musk's initial target of $2 trillion.
As Fox's Madeline Rivera, the president also posted rants on Truth Social over a trade court ruling blocking many of his tariffs on imports, wondering if the judges were motivated by Trump hatred, calling their decision horrific and damaging to the United States. However, Fox's Jared Halpern reports from the White House.
A federal appeals court is allowing the Trump administration to continue collecting tariffs, putting a lower court ruling on hold that found President Trump exceeded his authority by imposing reciprocal and universal tariffs. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says cabinet officials are in touch with counterparts around the world
to let them know the United States will still be at the negotiating table.
Now to different negotiations trying to stop the war in Gaza. Here's Caroline Leavitt again.
I can confirm that Special Envoy Witkoff and the president submitted a ceasefire proposal to Hamas that Israel backed and supported.
Hamas is now reviewing that proposal to reportedly stop Israel's attack for 60 days in exchange for 10 more hostage releases. It's now 2 weeks for 2 escaped prisoners still on the run after breaking out of a New Orleans jail with 8 others who have been captured. In Arkansas, it's day 6 of the manhunt for Grant Hardin, a convicted rapist and killer who broke out of a prison Sunday.
Hardin wore a fake uniform, tricking a corrections officer into opening a secured gate. Well, wanted posters, they are up everywhere. People in the area on edge.
Fox's Brooke Taylor in Gateway, Arkansas, where Hardin used to be the police chief. America's listening to Fox News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare, and I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call. I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please, don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-790-1400. 800-790-1400. 800-790-1400.
Well, for now, Harvard University can still accept foreign students.
Judge Allison Burroughs, an Obama appointee, said she's issuing a broader preliminary injunction to keep the Trump administration from blocking Harvard's ability to enroll international students. An attorney for the Trump administration said they were giving Harvard 30 more days to make its case, so no court order was needed. Judge Burroughs said she'd be issuing one anyway. The State Department says it's now examining all visa holders at Harvard, not just students. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said they're holding the university accountable for fostering violence, anti-Semitism, and coordinating with the Chinese Communist Party. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Later this hour, we're going to get an inflation update for April, a gauge the Federal Reserve watches closely when it comes to interest rate policy. It's called the Personal Consumption Expenditures. And ahead of that on Wall Street, stock futures are down slightly before the last trading day of what has been a positive May for the Dow and the NASDAQ. There is a new champion speller, a 13-year-old boy from TEXAS.
Eclairci small. ECLAIRCISSEMENT. Eclairci small. That is correct.
Faizan Zaki won the Scripps National Spelling Bee on ION television the year after he was the runner-up. The New York Knicks still alive in the NBA playoffs.
Under 3 to play in the third. Brunson with a 3. And the foul.
Jalen Brunson scored 32 points, leading the Knicks to a 111-94 win over the Pacers on TNT, forcing a Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Tomorrow, Indiana still leads New York 3-2. In the NHL playoffs, the Stanley Cup final rematch set.
Oilers 6, Stars 3. Edmonton won the Western Conference Final at Dallas in Game 5 to advance to the Stanley Cup final against the Panthers for the second year in a row. Last year, the Panthers won the first 3 games against the Oilers, and then Edmonton won 3 in a row before Florida won its first Stanley Cup in Game 7.
That's Jared Max. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Well, the weather keeping us on our toes around Lake Norman today. Partly cloudy, muggy. Temperatures getting back up to around 80, but we're watching the afternoon, mostly from about noon through 7 p.m. this evening for a line of quick-moving thunderstorms. Even though they're quick moving, they could pack quite a punch. Damaging wind and hail are main concerns. Also, the low risk of a tornado. So have a way to get warnings in case they're issued. We'll start drying out over the weekend, get warmer into next week. That's your forecast. The WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Celebrate your big day with big prizes on the Home Ad Show. Call in your birthday or anniversary and get added to our daily prize wheel. Every day someone wins, but Fridays are even bigger. One lucky daily winner scores 4 tickets to see Peabo Bryson live in Mooresville on Saturday, June 14th. Doors open at 5. Show starts at 6 at 161 South Magnolia Street. It's the Golden Touch Tour, brought to you by the town of Mooresville. Don't miss your chance. Call in and win.
Spring cleaning?
Stop the cow.
We're just sweeping through your morning. Good Morning LKN is back on WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN. 8:06. Happy FriYAY to you. You know, the Cybercab is coming to Austin, and it's going to be wireless charging. So
Wireless
the
charging?
Cybercab will have.
What does the charging pad look like?
Here's a little visual that they put out that Tesla did, because yesterday was like a conference. There was a couple of things that Tesla's kind of morphed, right? Because you got to think of SpaceX as well. Optimus is involved. Starlink is also involved. So there's just a lot going on there. So between Tesla and all that, they had a few announcements. So yeah, the Cybercab itself will be 90% efficient, they say.
Wow.
And so if you've never thought about it that way with like batteries, when you recharge your battery, it doesn't technically go, it may say 100%, but the battery itself is not, going to 100% every single time. And while like most wireless charging, 70 to 80%, they say, but again, Cybercab, 90% efficiency they're claiming too on these batteries. So as far as like technology goes, these are like probably some real, transitions happening there at some level. But wireless charging for your vehicle, imagine that coming down to those who have Teslas in their house now and they just have a little pad that they park on top of, right? Rather than have to do the whole plug in, plug out thing every single day. So
does the pad have to stay in a garage, I guess?
Probably want it inside.
In my driveway?
There might be outdoor versions at some point or something. You know what I mean?
I can't move the simulator out of the garage right now. And the kayaks. It's too much work. I can't move all that stuff out of the garage.
You could like just bring the little pad out whenever you bring the car.
Where's the golf cart going to go then?
Soon it'll just be built into the driveway.
Really? That's the next iteration. Yes. The Tesla charging pad built into the driveway.
That's exactly right. So you just park right on top of it. So
perfect.
So that's going on with Side Recap. We talked about Mars a little bit earlier, but I did want you to hear at least Elon's speech about Mars. This particular segment, here's about a minute of Elon talking about, okay, realistically speaking, let's look at a map. How's it going to work with sending a spaceship from Earth to Mars?
So this gives you an illustration of how does a spaceship go from Earth to Mars. So you got blue Earth there and red Mars.
So it's going in a circle.
It's going around like the orbit, yeah.
The moon, or is that the sun in the middle?
That's the sun is in the middle, and then you see Earth is rotating around the sun.
I mean,
and so is Mars.
the actual distance traveled on the arc is close to like 1,000 times further than the moon. So you can't just go straight to Mars. You have to create this elliptical orbit with Earth at one point and Mars at the other side, at the far end of the ellipse, and then time the where you are in that ellipse to intersect with Mars. And this is the orbital transfer, how you do orbital transfer from Earth to Mars. And if you look on your Starlink Wi-Fi router, you'll see this image. Because the Starlink Wi-Fi is Starlink Internet is what's being used to pay for humanity getting to Mars. So I'd just like to thank everyone out there who's bought Starlink, because you're helping secure the future of civilization and helping make life multiplanetary and helping make humanity a space-faring civilization. Thank you.
So that's what got me, is that the logo of this diagram, which is actually of the rocket, what it looks like orbiting from Earth over to Mars, is the logo for Starlink. And so everyone with Starlink, so congratulations.
Yeah,
you're
welcome. You guys are welcome.
Space travel,
yeah, we helped
to
get
all
it there.
those who love space travel. So.
Yeah, I had no idea. Also, this is the first time while I went to science class in elementary school, middle school, and high school, and I knew that the planets revolved around the sun. It's the first time I realized that you couldn't just like leave and go straight.
It's not a straight line.
No.
Because they're all moving.
Right. That's the first time. That's like me trying to catch the bus or something, running after it.
And it's like once every 2 years about is how often they say it lines up with the ability to go. Like what it would take. So it would probably be like that every 2-year missions, in essence, is probably
then you got to stay.
Calendar.
You're stuck there.
2 years minimum commitment. Mm. And when you get there and you do the freak out thing, like,
right.
Wait a second.
You can't leave.
You don't have beef tallow here? I've gotten so used to it.
Only turtle shells. Oh, no.
Yeah, one kind only. The one, yeah.
That would be my luck. Be like, I order a burger and fries, and it's only turtle shells.
Can you smoke on Mars? Or you think he's going to set the precedent from the beginning, no smoking whatsoever on Mars?
No smoking on Mars, I would say, because of the radiation.
France is banning outdoor smoking.
No.
Yeah, so France.
Outdoor smoking.
Outdoor smoking.
How do you ban outdoor smoking?
It's going to be banned in most places outside.
At beaches, parks, and near schools.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because people smoke cigarettes like crazy when I was in Paris.
Only inside now.
Only inside.
I
didn't notice that they were smoking inside, but it was very nice weather. So most of the restaurants we went to had like little, whatever the French word is for patio.
Maybe that's what we do, is just everybody back inside who wants to smoke, and just one.
That's the smoking section now?
Smoking building.
Do you have a memory of being a kid and like smoking or non-smoking? Or was that completely
restaurants?
Gone by the time? Yeah, restaurants.
Yeah.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if that was completely gone by the time you started forming memories.
No.
It was always so fun. Non-smoking.
Or if you're real hungry.
Oh, yeah, if you're real hungry.
Don't you set me anywhere near that smoking section. So help me.
It was always just like a screen or just a half wall that separated the two sections.
The smoke was still everywhere.
I mean, you can see it hovering when you walk in the restaurant.
We don't want that table. We'll wait.
While you're standing in the lobby with the smoke hitting you in the face.
I mean, it's definitely at a point where you waited longer for a smoking table than you did a non-smoking table.
What? It was
at some point.
What?
Had to have been.
I never had that problem.
No?
No.
Not during a good meal?
sections.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Some places didn't even want to divide.
The best was when there's just one little restaurant called the Pancake House we go to for breakfast all the time. And smoking was just the right side, non-smoking, left side.
There you go. You choose.
There's no barrier in between. It's just left or right.
It's really getting ash in your grits.
Right,
That's,
right.
That's really
and
all
as you
need
go
to
up to the buffet to get your meat and three, you have to walk through the smoking section with the
get
guys
there.
smoking the big old cigars. Yeah.
Just hold your breath, son. You'll be all right.
Yeah. So, yeah, good times.
It's 7 o'clock.
Daddy will
in
be
the
back at
morning.
the table in a little while.
Oh, there were
hanging out with his friends.
There would be the 7 o'clock golfers that would go and smoke the big old cigars with their coffee and their eggs. Yeah, that was always nice too.
Well, France is bringing back, making it cool again. So
All right.
back inside.
All right, France.
Also, what was cool? You remember Rush Hour, the movies?
I've never seen one of those.
You
movies.
never saw Rush Hour.
I've never seen a Rush Hour.
Never saw Rush Hour.
I'm so sorry.
Not one time you saw
Not-
Rush Hour.
I've seen the,
Wow, she
I
hasn't
know
seen it.
some of the, catchphrases and stuff, but no, never seen the actual movie.
Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, some hilarious movies.
Are they good? Should I watch
They're
it?
funny.
Worth
Very
watching?
good.
Very good.
I know. Sit down with Rob. He would
Now
love to
I'm
roll
sure
through all
Rob's
of
seen,
them.
Rob's
Yeah.
seen them all.
Start with number one, though. I recommend start with number
Okay,
one.
go chronological. For
And
now.
then hit number two, and then you can land at number three.
All right.
But then you might be able to get number four.
Then
at some
number
point.
4's coming out too.
It might be.
Also, never seen any of the Bad Boys movies.
Oh, yeah, those are good too.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan put out this quote, "Hurry up. Otherwise, Chris Tucker and I will be 100 years old. We'll be old men doing Rush Hour."
He's got a new movie coming out.
I did see that. With somebody
Karate
else?
Kid?
Karate Kid.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have more Good Morning LKN coming up on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, the weather keeping us on our toes around Lake Norman today. Partly cloudy, muggy. Temperatures getting back up to around 80, but we're watching the afternoon, mostly from about noon through 7 p.m. this evening for a line of quick-moving thunderstorms. Even though they're quick moving, they could pack quite a punch. Damaging wind and hail are main concerns. Also, the low risk of a tornado. So have a way to get warnings in case they're issued. We'll start drying out over the weekend, get warmer into next week. That's your forecast. The WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. Ladies' Night is back at Bin 110 in Cornelius on Thursday, May 29th, courtesy of Lake Norman Woman Magazine. Whether you are new to the area or just need a night out with the girls, this is the perfect, no-pressure way to unwind, meet new friends, and enjoy a night of good vibes and great drinks. Invite your crew and make it a night to remember. Ladies' Night at Bin 110 begins Thursday at 6:30 p.m. with the Kaylee Grace music debut beginning at 8:30. The 500 Club in Statesville presents live music Saturday night with Lead Not Follow performing at 6 p.m. The band features classic rock, alternative, pop, country, and original music. Golfing and entertainment are all at the 500 Club this week. The Dock and Rock Music Festival, one of the highlights of the summer outdoor concert season, returns on Saturday, June 7th at Waterside Bar and Grill in Catawba. The music begins at 4 p.m. with performances by Ryan Joyce, Chasen Phoenix, the Presley Layton Band, and Danny Carr and the Skeleton Crew. Tickets are only $10 in advance and still a bargain at $20 at the door. Search Dock and Rock at ticketleap.events. Dock and Rock is hosted by Ryan Joyce, Waterside Bar and Grill, and is powered by Waves Entertainment. We will see you on Saturday, June 7th at Waterside Bar and Grill in Catawba for the Dock and Rock Music Festival. The Cookout Summer Shootout Series is back for race number 1 on Monday, June 9th at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Watch racing's future stars battle in Legends cars and bandoleros on the front stretch quarter mile. Don't miss the next generation of racing royalty. Click on charlottemotorspeedway.com for ticket information or head to Gate 4 at the Speedway for the weekly promotions. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Swing for Hope at the Next Chapter Station Golf Classic on September 22nd at the 500 Club in Statesville to help bring hope and comfort to children fighting cancer. Your support helps us deliver the book Luke and the Lost Bell to 1,000 hospitals. Register, sponsor, donate at nextchapterstation.org.
That morning pep talk for Lake Norman, Statesville, with Justin, Bill, and Mamie now on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Good morning, Elkan. 8:18. Happy FriYAY to you. Let's see how squirrely things are outside right now. Get it? We have a lot of squirrels.
Yeah.
ICATS.com. Alternative transportation. $3 each day, each way to commute from Iredell County down to the city of Charlotte. Cruising in the HOV lane with Jeff. Good morning, sir. How are things looking?
Good morning. Things look pretty good for a Friday. 77 southbound, you might run into a little bit of a slowdown around Sanford Road, Gilead Road. Going into the city of Charlotte, around Brookshire Freeway, there was a little bit of slowdown, but not too bad. 77 northbound, traffic's slowing down around Gilead Road. But besides that, everything looks good. Secondary roads, Statesville, Troutman, Lordsville, I've not heard of any issues. So I hope everybody has a great weekend.
Absolutely, Jeff. Have a great weekend with the fam. Jeff. Enjoy the time. Definitely going to have to hit up one of these Home Depot runs you keep talking about with building stuff. Very cool anytime the local hardware stores do that. Love it.
Yeah, they're this weekend's project is some sort of baseball game. So that'll be fun.
Oh, that'll be really fun.
Enjoy, Jeff. Looking forward to chatting with you on Monday.
All right. You guys have a great weekend.
You too, sir.
Bye.
Bye. RideICats.com. $1 from your front door each day to run errands around Iredell County. $1 on Thursdays. Wait, Tuesdays. We'll start with Tuesday.
Tuesdays, VA.
Thursday to Winston-Salem.
And Friday,
Hickory.
There you go.
Wow, you just got to schedule it. RideICats.com. Do you know that lobsters don't die of old age?
What?
Yeah, it's true.
Lobsters don't die of old age. What do they die
of? Well, they either keep growing,
okay,
and reproducing until something kills them.
Okay.
It's pretty much exclusively their life.
The oldest lobster discovered was George, estimated at 140 years old in 2009, caught off of Newfoundland, Canada. His age was based on size and molting patterns. They didn't count, how many birthday cards he had or something.
It's how many molting patterns. Lobsters exhibit biological immortality because they continuously produce telomeres. It's an enzyme that repairs DNA by maintaining telomere length. Whoa. Preventing the cellular aging seen in most animals. Despite not aging, lobsters do die from external causes like predation. I think that's like eating it.
Is that the word of the day?
I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's spelled that way.
Okay.
Predation. Or molting exhaustion.
Oh.
And
I just can't molt one more time.
It's because it's more and more energy intensive as they grow to molt.
Right.
And so eventually they just can't molt.
I just don't want to do this anymore.
I just don't feel like
done.
it.
I'm tired.
It's not old age though.
No.
It's too many molts.
Just too tired.
And I'm
but
done
not
molting.
old age, just too tired. You know who's not too tired?
Who?
The harbor hippos.
Oh.
They're not too tired. Their season kicks off. It was going to be tonight.
Okay.
But now it's going to be because we have some rain and storms coming in tonight. So they're going to, their season kicks off tomorrow. We will have tickets to give away here between us and the scoreboard with Joe Berg. And they will be on the scoreboard today.
They'll be on the scoreboard today as a special guest celebrating the inaugural game for the Harbor Hippo. I mean, this is the start of... Is this the start of baseball in Lake Norman? Is this what we're going with on it?
The Lake Norman Harbor Hippos. Yeah, this is the start of it.
This is when it gets real.
This is it.
I got to actually start learning about the sport more.
And Joe Berg is actually going to be throwing out not this weekend's first, not the first game's first pitch, but we'll be throwing out the first pitch at one of the games
for sure
this season. So we'll give you guys details on that.
I think Leslie Reed of the Chamber is going to be throwing out a pitch,
Leslie's going to be throwing out a pitch, too. They're also going to host a ladies' night with Lake Norman Woman. We'll have details on that coming up soon, too. So looking forward to all the things that they're going to be doing this summer. It's going to be a good time.
It's one of those things of adding a cool experience. And it's kind of wild to be able to watch. Like, you're going to be watching players who can play, like kids who can ball, because these are the ones kind of in that college level looking at the pros, right? This is kind of that in-between period in essence. Like they're real good as far as the ones that you're going to be seeing out there. So great opportunity. Huntersville Athletic Park, great park.
And they've done a great job with the stadium seats, and so thankful for them, their partnership and their sponsorship of this.
The jerseys look nice and clean too.
They do, yeah.
Very nice.
Nice cursive. I'm a sucker for cursive.
You are?
Yeah, I like it.
On the baseball jersey, you like the cursive?
On any jersey.
Oh,
yeah,
on jerseys
like
in general?
Yeah, I just like it.
Is the Hornets old school, the cursive?
Was not.
Just block?
Yeah, they had just block, but I like their jerseys as well. Clean.
I like writing in capital letters sometimes.
Okay.
When you handwrite?
I feel like I do. Just to
you
make
do it. My dad did it.
Yeah, just to make
My
sure
dad
people can kind of
only does capital. You write in capital letters.
legible.
Well, there, but then there.
I'm a hybrid. I go back and forth.
My dad only writes in capital letters.
So did my dad. I'm with Bill on it. It's because like my handwriting. Like if I need somebody to read it,
Correct.
most of the time it's a short enough sentence. Like I'm not.
Plus, I'm always shouting. So, yeah.
With
I'm
the
yelling
letters.
at you. Yeah, with my
With your only your written words though, not your typed words.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, you keep it traditional on sending virtual in emails.
I try to, yes, for tradition's sake.
You ever had somebody send in all caps?
Oh yeah.
And they definitely were not trying to yell.
But it
They
feels like
just-
they're yelling at you.
They just use all caps.
Hello, hope all is well. Just following up.
What did I do wrong?
Grabbed my attention.
Right. Well, congrats to the Harbor Hippos. Love their jerseys. Excited for the season and looking forward to having them on the scoreboard today.
No doubt. With summertime, you might be taking a. Okay, yeah, for sure. They'll be on the scoreboard. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Charge.
11. Yeah. It's seventh inning stretch. Gotta learn the song.
You know the song.
Take me out to the ball game.
Right.
That's the one, baby.
I'm gonna buy some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
There you go. What's
I'm gonna
next?
tell you the truth.
Oh no.
I don't care if I ever come
Okay.
back.
All right.
I was getting worried there. Bill and I were worried for a second.
Oh, you didn't think I knew the lyrics?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was a real possibility, too. You might be traveling over the summer. You might be going to Hawaii. Expect to pay more because the state of Hawaii, it's official, the governor of Hawaii, Josh Green, signed a new tax into law here. You can go ahead and roll the video. This is from news at KHON out in Hawaii.
After years of political back and forth, the pen finally hit the paper.
I hope that the world is watching because having something that is a balance between industry and environment is going to be the way to go forward to protect your people.
Senate Bill 1396, now Act 96, creates what's being called a climate impact fee, also known as the green fee. The 0.75% increase to the state transient accommodation tax hikes the TAT to 11% for tourism-related activities, including hotels and cruise ships. To break that down, for every $400 spent, $3 will go towards natural resource protection. The bill is projected to raise an estimated $100 million a year to address what the state says is about $500 million in critical funding needed to protect Hawaii's natural resources.
So new tax.
There you go.
And it's geared toward tourists. So if you are going there and traveling there and vacationing,
That's not uncommon though for other places.
Florida's
too.
doing it heavily.
Florida's
Gotta
been doing
be.
it a long time. There's a couple other states that have it as well. That tourism. I think even New York City has something like that too.
But it's interesting that they're like dedicating it for the green stuff, and so like that becomes okay. What are they spending? Like, what does that mean, and what are they going to spend it on?
Conservation efforts and
Yeah,
things like that. is what
I don't think Florida hides like it's so we can build roads.
Yeah,
it's so
they
we
just use it for
can-
whatever. Yeah, it
all
just
of our
goes into
general
the
fund,
general
whatever we
fund.
need. Yeah, so just that's the interesting part I think
Mm-hmm.
about it. Florida Governor DeSantis has been talking more about too, wanting to eliminate property taxes.
Really?
In the state of Florida, that's a big one because that's how they're getting a lot of their tax dollars right now. The only way I can think of, okay, is either sales tax, right, which Mecklenburg County is about to vote on that this coming up year, as far as whether or not we want that 1 cent sales tax. The plus side, the other side of going for it would be the transit kind of dollars that would come in from it. That's what they're talking about here. Florida, though, sales tax or tourism tax. I mean, what else do you do?
Lake
down
Norman
there?
could totally do a tourism tax.
You think we're at that point?
Yeah, definitely. With all the people that come over the summer, yeah.
But how do you know? Because like these are like when you stay at a hotel, right? That's the type of fees,
Well,
or you rent a
short-term rentals. People
car.
are staying at short-term rentals when they come.
Okay,
Yeah,
so like the
there should-
VRBOs of
yeah,
the world,
yeah,
or if
there
you
should be
Airbnb.
I think there should be an additional like vacation tax on those because there's so many people that come in, or when you rent a boat or when you rent jet ski or something like that. I feel like, that would make sense to put those on there.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on, Lake Norman, let's do it.
Okay. More dollars in. That's what that's what it is. SEC made an interesting announcement yesterday related to tokens. I'm just going to start interchanging crypto for tokens. Just heads up,
is it the same thing though?
Kinda.
Okay.
I mean, is that fair to say? A crypto is a token, but a token
It's not a crypto?
is a crypto?
Sure.
Yeah. The SEC made this announcement yesterday. Staking on proof of stake networks does not involve securities. This is interesting because one of the models right now in making money in cryptocurrency is you have your coins in your digital wallet.
Yes.
That you tell another person who has a different wallet, hey, you can hold my coins over here with you.
Right.
And while that's happening, give me some of the other coins that you're getting.
Exactly.
And that's how I can make money by not having to
my
do
friend
any
used
work.
to say, let me hold $5 for you.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing.
It's the same thing.
I'm starting to understand it now.
You get it back minus interest. You know?
Correct. Yes, exactly.
That's how you get it back.
I'll give it back to you on Tuesday.
It's like a bank, right? Like a CD where you leave your dollars in the bank and they're giving you money because you're basically telling them by a CD being categorized as something that, hey, bank, you can use my money for other investments while this dollar sit here.
Are there limits into how long you have to stake?
This is very generalized. I don't know if there's any actual rules or this might be just more of
there are
guidelines.
no rules.
Right. There's no
rules.
rule. This is a guideline. We're at a guideline level. And so Bitcoin would not apply here because it is not a proof of stake network. It is the other kind. This would be, though, Ethereum. If you've heard of Ethereum, that's where this one gets interesting. So coins being used for other coins while making money on those coins, all the while they're really tokens, is okay to the SEC. That was a big topic a couple of years ago, so it's looking like the Wild Wild West is here.
It is.
But the SEC just saved Ethereum last night on their own, single-handedly, so good for them. Speaking of, Chairman Powell met with President Trump at the White House. Don't know what they talked about.
Oh, wow.
But they did meet, I believe, yesterday. I think it was the first time, too, they actually met face-to-face. They've clearly met online or probably texting each other or something, but
group chat.
You should really stick around to hear what the crazy gang of three have to say next. Good morning, LKN on WSIC.
Well, the weather keeping us on our toes around Lake Norman today. Partly cloudy, muggy. Temperatures getting back up to around 80, but we're watching the afternoon, mostly from about noon through 7 p.m. this evening for a line of quick-moving thunderstorms. Even though they're quick-moving, they could pack quite a punch. Damaging wind and hail are main concerns. Also, the low risk of a tornado. So have a way to get warnings in case they're issued. We'll start drying it out over the weekend and get warmer into next week. That's your forecast. The WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Is your AC ready for summer? Don't wait for a breakdown on the hottest day of the year. Call Horn Heating and Air Conditioning for a seasonal tune-up today. Welcome home to the feeling of Visit hornhvac.com.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Have you taken the Desco Challenge? The people have spoken. Desco is where the professional goes for electrical supplies.
Hi, my name is Randy. I'm a general contractor, and I always trust the products at Desco.
See for yourself at DescoInc.com.
Yeehaw for rodeo season at Harrison's, the home of work, western, and wow. Whether you compete or cheer from the stands, Harrison has the looks to help you wow the crowd. Get western classics and the latest styles from Harriet, Cinch, Rock and Roll Denim, and Wrangler. Find us in Mooresville.
This is Daniel.
And this is Marsha.
From NC Auto Repair. Keep that car running like new this new year by stopping by NC Auto Repair for all your automotive needs. We're now offering a customer loyalty program for your oil changes. If it's automotive related, we can handle it. Stop by and see us at 1015 Davie Avenue or call us at 980-223-2957. NC Auto Repair. And remember, if you want to go far, you got to service that car.
Are you sick of running out of hot water?
Whether it's in the middle of a shower or doing dishes, cold water's never fun. Say goodbye to those surprises with a Rinnai tankless water heater from GMV Energy. This energy-efficient propane-powered solution heats water instantly, so you'll never run out again. Plus, it saves money and frees up space. Propane models start at just $295 after rebates. Visit any G&B Energy location or gbenergy.com to learn more.
Opening doors to your future. Literally, buying, selling, or building your portfolio? Put the team at Centralina Realty to work for you. We're in the center of North Carolina and at the center of your journey. CentralinaRealty.com.
Number one for talk in Lake Norman, Statesville.
105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Considering a Hyundai? If so, you may want to move fast. With costs rising because of tariffs, sources say the Korean car maker is preparing to raise prices on all of its newly built U.S. vehicles, potentially by 1% as early as next week. Cars already on lots would not be affected. Tariffs are taking a bite out of Gap. The apparel retailer reported an impact of as much as $300 million from tariffs, along with stubborn weakness from its Banana Republic and Athleta stores. On the other hand, Old Navy and Gap posted sales gains. CEO Richard Dixon said sales of denim and activewear were standouts at those brands. Overall, Gap revenue also beat expectations. A federal appeals court offered President Donald Trump a temporary reprieve from a ruling threatening to throw out the bulk of his sweeping tariff agenda. Futures were fluctuating this morning after gains yesterday ranging from 0.3% to 0.4%. The Dow rose 117 points. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
It ain't easy being number one, but we make it look good.
WSIC.
They're back. More of Justin, Bill, and Mamie now. It's Good Morning LKN from WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN. 8:34. Happy FriYAY to you. One of those things you want to do maybe on the weekend is take your dog out.
That's right.
Walk outside. Do you take Layla on walks ever? Or is it is she backyard only?
No, we take her on walks
Okay.
too. Yeah.
Do you have leash on or leash off?
For my HOA friends?
Yeah.
Only leash on.
Leash on
Never
only.
leash off. Not even when we're in the lake swimming.
Well, even leash on, you've got to train your dog to walk even on a leash.
That's right.
That's
you
a
do
real
have to
thing.
train him to walk on the leash. Yeah,
You do.
that's part of it.
And you, as the owner of the dog, need to be trained as well.
That's really what it is.
And that's what Zoom Room can help with, training the people who love the dogs. And y'all train both the dogs and the people, I would imagine. Karen joined us again this morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm excited every time I get to talk about dogs because I kind of get to live vicariously through your team right now. I don't have a dog currently. I have a cat. You train cats by chance?
We do not.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll ever be possible in life, but
Try bringing Benji to the agility class. We'll just see how he does.
But you brought another Karen with you today. Karen, you're Karen Patch and Karen Andersen, the head trainer of Zoom Room. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
All right, I was asking you before we went on air what the most obedient dog is, and you don't think that it's necessarily about the breed.
Right.
It's about the dog.
It's about the dog, and it's about the owner, too.
Can you talk to dogs?
I do talk to dogs.
That's what I imagine happens when the dog walks in the room. So what's the process like to train a dog? I mean, that's got to be pretty intense to see a wide variety.
It is. We see every breed and mix of breeds at the Zoom Room, and the process is very similar for all dogs. Learning is learning, behavior is behavior. I'm losing it.
You're okay. How long have you been doing this?
15 or 20 years. I've been working with dogs training since 2008.
Like tricks and stuff like that, or
tricks. Yep. Everything we offer at the Zoom Room, I've been doing for that many years. So we do tricks, we do obedience, we do agility. We're going to have scent classes and all kinds of workshops.
Did you say scent classes?
Scent detection,
What is that?
That's like a dog you would see at the airport, sniffing stuff out.
Uh-oh.
We will sniff out essential oils.
Okay. I was saying, my dog sniffs out peanut butter anytime it's in my purse.
Yes.
That's about all she's got
No
so far.
contraband, but it's the same process that those detection dogs go through, and any dog can learn it.
Oh, wow.
And so for those who, because there's beyond breed, there's also different ages of dogs, right? Where I imagine like like personality, like kids, right, are young, or then maybe there's, older adults, right, that are a little bit more set in their ways, if
Yeah.
you would, right?
Right.
So what's that like at Zoom Room? Do you guys, help people with brand new puppies all the way up to have just adopted maybe a 12-year-old beautiful dog from the shelter? How does all that work as far as the age ranges?
Sure. We start with puppies as young as 8 weeks old.
Oh, wow.
We sanitize the gym with veterinarian grade sanitizer to ensure it's killing all of those nasty viruses. And the younger, the better that you can start with. And we go all the way up. Gosh, we had a 13-year-old Papillon doing agility one night. So we do have some older dogs. When you get a puppy, we actually have a wonderful puppy package. And the way that works is you buy packages of classes. And so we're with that puppy kind of from the beginning. Our puppy classes really focus on both training as far as starting with those early skills, the obedience, as well as socialization. So we're ensuring with our young puppies, they're getting some playtime. And then with our little bit older puppies, 4 to 8 months, they're getting some form of agility or some sort of really just kind of stimulation and enrichment in the class. So they're getting, a little bit of a brain break is what we call it during the class. So, and then the older dogs, if you've just gone out and rescued a dog, it's great. We actually offer for rescue dogs a free evaluation and a free half-hour private so that that owner can really get an assessment from one of our trainers and say, okay, this dog seems to have some baseline of skills, or maybe they have no skills, or maybe they're just so shut down that we would really need to refer them to a specialist. So that gives us an idea of where to guide the client on where to start with that dog.
So, and I think back to my last puppy I had, and you say obedience training for puppies. The two things come to mind.
Mhm.
My ankle's getting bit.
Right. Those little sharp baby teeth.
And pee-peeing on the rug.
Oh, yeah.
Those are do you all help with both of
Well,
those?
I have a foster dog, puppy right now, and we're still working on that. So I understand that. We do. I mean, we talk to, again, we're training the people that love them. So we're talking about, and Karen can probably elaborate, but things like, distraction. If the puppy's biting you, then you're redirecting them, giving them a toy or giving them an activity to do. So we're really trying to, help that owner understand all of those puppy behaviors. That's one time, where puppies get turned back in is people don't understand that puppies do bite. It's a natural for them. So we're really just trying to help the owners understand all of those different things that they can deal with.
Karen, as the head trainer, do you have dogs at home as well, like your own dogs, or do you live vicariously through Zoom?
No, I have 2 dogs at home.
Yeah.
Yep, and they sometimes come to the Zoom room and hang out and practice their skills because it's a lifelong thing. You can't, the traditional is I'll take a 6-week class when my puppy is little and then I think I'm done. And then I wonder why when the puppy gets older, it's still jumping and barking and, not listening. So my dogs are still learning every day. There's still training to do.
I apply this principle with my kids, and I feel like I've learned from a lot of the professionals here recently of some things I'm doing wrong with my kids, but wondering if it's okay for both pets as well, and I'll just use it as for my kids. Treat enforcement, is that a positive thing in the world of helping learn and things like that?
Yep. Food is a primary motivator. So it's the best thing that you can use to train anybody. Kids.
There you go. Okay, they've
Principle
said, yes.
Like, I said before, like behavior is behavior and learning is learning. And the more positive things that happen when you're doing something, the more likely you are to continue to do that thing. And if you don't get rewarded, then you stop doing that thing.
And I love the idea of being able to train, like for the agility training stuff. So like that's the fun experience. You've got a pet who you see the commercial where the dog is off the leash. You're at an appropriate place where you can do that at a park, and the dog's actually bringing the ball back or playing with you or doing the things you want to be doing. What's that like training for that in the process? That's got to be even pretty technical.
Training for the agility.
Yeah.
It is. And it's training the people have to learn as well as the dogs. It's a great bonding experience for the people and the dogs together because they're working together and the dog's having fun. The people are having fun. But there's a little bit of technical difficulty with people learning where they are in space, the dog where it is in space, because, the people are just running around with the dog, but guiding the dog, but the dog is going up and down and over and through. And, so it takes a little bit of training for both the people and the dog to learn all the obstacles and how to navigate them.
Very cool. Karen Andersen, she's the head trainer. We're also talking with Karen Patch, the owner of Zoom Room. We train the people who love them. Karen takes time to train. Share about your facility there in Huntersville that you guys have and what it's like inside, because a bunch of dogs and a bunch of people running around in one room together.
Probably get chaotic, yes.
It can. So we've got a 1,700 square foot indoor gym. So beat the heat this summer.
Yes.
So it's really nice in there, very colorful, very welcoming. We do have a small retail area for that has products for training, so treats, enrichment, toys, puzzles. With our classes, we try to keep it small. So in an agility class, we're not going to have more than 4 dogs. And in agility, you're in the gym by yourself with your dog and the trainer. And we rotate the dogs throughout the gym in 3-minute intervals. So everybody gets a chance to do that off-leash training. For obedience and other classes, we're going to have up to 6 dogs. And in the gym, they're spread out. If there's a dog, we talked about this last time with big feelings, maybe wants to bark at everybody, we have dividers so that we can put between, so they're not distracted, and that, the owner and the dog can work and not be distracted by other dogs. So.
And what are the offerings of the courses? How does the schedule work? Is it more customized, or is it, hey, here's our preset schedule? How does that work with you guys too?
So it's very flexible. We offer the same class multiple times throughout the week. We try to fit everyone's schedule. So we try to offer our popular classes both during the day, in the evening, and on the weekends. And the idea is that you're not set to come 6 weeks at 3:00, for obedience. You choose when you want to come. And our classes we're working on certain skills in each of the classes. So once you've come to one of classes, you kind of know what those, what we call them, milestones are to move up to the next level. Some dogs do it very quickly. Some dogs and owners take a little longer to complete them, but you're not tied to a set. You have to do 6 weeks of obedience before you can go to advanced obedience or whatever. It's very flexible.
Karen, the owner of Zoom Room. We train the people who love them. That's the mantra there behind loving your animal and learn how to work together in a positive way and learn something. Karen Patch and Karen Andersen, head trainer. Last question for you. Is it true there has to be like an alpha in the house? Like the dog only connects with an alpha, and you got to have like a true leader in the house training the dog? Is that a real thing?
You need to be a leader for the dog, but the alpha wolf theory has been debunked.
Okay.
It's there may be personality types, but you don't have to be aggressive with your dog or too demanding with them. You just have to be confident.
Sure. Okay, so there's hope for maybe not.
Yeah, there you go.
System too, yeah.
Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you.
Zoom Room. Check them out in Huntersville.
Thanks.
We're watching the afternoon, mostly from about noon through 7. Low risk of a tornado, so have a way to get warnings in case they're issued. We'll start drying it out over the weekend and get warmer into next week. That's your forecast. The WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. Ladies' Night is back at Bin 110 in Cornelius on Thursday, May 29th, courtesy of Lake Norman Woman Magazine. Whether you are new to the area, just need a night out with the girls, this is the perfect, no-pressure way to unwind, meet new friends, enjoy a night of good vibes and great drinks. Invite your crew and make it a night to remember. Ladies' Night at Bin 110 begins Thursday at 6:30 p.m. with the Kaylee Grace music debut beginning at 8:30. The 500 Club in Statesville presents live music Saturday night with Lead Not Follow performing at 6 p.m. The band features classic rock, alternative, pop, country, and original music. Golfing and entertainment are all at the 500 Club this week. The Dock and Rock Music Festival, one of the highlights of the summer outdoor concert season, returns on Saturday, June 7th at Waterside Bar and Grill in Catawba. The music begins at 4 p.m. with performances by Ryan Joyce, Chasen Phoenix, the Presley Layton Band, and Danny Carr and the Skeleton Crew. Tickets are only $10 in advance and still a bargain at $20 at the door. Search Dock and Rock at ticketleap.events. Dock and Rock is hosted by Ryan Joyce, Waterside Bar and Grill, and is powered by Waves Entertainment. We will see you on Saturday, June 7th at Waterside Bar and Grill in Catawba for the Dock and Rock Music Festival. The Cookout Summer Shootout Series is back for race number 1 on Monday, June 9th at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Watch racing's future stars battle in Legends cars and bandoleros on the front stretch quarter mile. Don't miss the next generation of racing royalty. Click on charlottemotorspeedway.com for ticket information or head to Gate 4 at the Speedway for the weekly promotions. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Give us a call now at 844-STUDIO-4. It's Good Morning LKN on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Drive on down to Drums and Statesville town. Got your truck bed empty, but fill it up now. Rock, smokes, and soul for your dream spot. Call them up, they deliver on the dot.
Good morning, LKN. Happy Friday to you. You know, the weekend is looking good. The plants and all the trees and the shrubs and the lawn got a nice shower in this
whole
week.
Bunch of rain this week.
Needed the water, wanted the water.
Right.
And so had the chance to make sure that everybody was healthy in the yard. And when you're now needing to do some more things in the yard, maybe you need to go out there and cut the grass, and maybe you want to plant something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you want to just investigate, kind of maybe plan out like a little hardscape section. You got some stone action possibly.
The mulch.
You got the mulch. You need the beds. You need all that stuff kind of taken care of. Well, the spot you go, Drum Landscape Supply, drumlandscapesupply.com is the website. Jason and his team are located in Statesville, North Carolina, and they deliver, though, to all of Lake Norman. And we look forward to chatting with Jason soon. Wanted to keep you up to date on the things going on up there. 10,000 offerings at Drum Landscape Supply. Absolutely wonderful facility up there. And again, top-notch quality. Jason's been doing it for, gosh, I think almost 2 decades.
Yes.
At least like official, like Drum Landscape Supply, 2 decades. Like, I mean, he's
20
obviously
years.
been in the game for quite some time. But wonderful opportunity there. Jason Drum Landscape Supply. Go by and see them. drumlandscapesupply.com.
I got
check
some
out the
beautiful
website.
flowers from him, too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Some knockout roses. They're gorgeous. Yeah. They're going to
From Mother's Day.
I just bought them just.
Oh, you just wanted
'Cause
them.
I
It
wanted
was
them.
just like that. Hey, I'm looking for some nice, flowers, and I just
And
want
that mosquito spray, it's working great. I've been in my backyard.
Oh yeah.
No bites at all the last couple of days.
That's great.
It is fantastic. It's been really, really nice.
Joining us this morning, Jason Drum of Drum Landscape Supply. Jason, good morning to you, sir. How are you?
Hey, doing good. I had a few connection issues there this morning getting online, but doing well. Hope everybody else is.
Doing great. No worries at all. So it's been raining the past couple of days. And you're are you back at the nursery? How's all the plants feeling out there? What's going on?
Yeah. So this is something, we haven't had in a while, as we have, we haven't ran our irrigation in 5 days. So that's good for our water bill and good for the plants too, because they really love the natural rainfall. Not only the plants in the ground, but the plants out in the nursery. It's just better than, unfortunately, what we work off of is city water here. So, it has to be treated, which is good for everybody in the, at their homes. But for plants, it kind of, the chlorine in the water messes with them a little bit. So we have to do a little extra fertilization on them. But yeah, this natural rainfall is great. A nice cool day here. Again, I don't know if it's sunny down y'all's way, but in Hickory when I left, it was sunny there. So hopefully it's coming this way to Statesville soon.
To be honest with you, Jason, I don't have any windows. Is it sunny outside? Yeah, it's sunny outside
All
here. It's doing
right.
pretty good.
We need it, though.
Oh, good.
We did catch yesterday afternoon. There was like one big cloud over the top here, and it just brought down the heavy, big raindrops. Did y'all get rain yesterday late afternoon up there?
Yeah. So I actually took yesterday afternoon off, and I was out with my son playing a little bit of golf, and we got to number 9. It was just a little 9-hole par 3 course, and it just absolutely let down this year. So.
That's a good time.
Great way to end the round right there. Yeah.
Yeah, we got up towards the to the office clubhouse area, and they were like, "Oh yeah, the heavy stuff's not coming down for a little while longer, so you're good."
All right, 10,000 offerings there at Drum Landscape. How do you manage all that? Like, I mean, when you look out, do you feel like Mufasa, like standing on the rock, like looking like with great power comes great responsibility? Like, what's that like for you every day?
Yeah, I mean, it sometimes it is like that because I literally go out on the sales yard at least twice a week, if not 3 times, with my notepad and just kind of write down things that I see are missing or that we need a little bit more of. It does change a little bit from month to month on what we need to have more inventory of now versus this summer and then this fall. So yeah, I literally do stand on top of some rocks and scope it out, and I can see it a little bit better. So our our stone step treads, we'll stack 8 of those on a pallet, and they'll be anywhere from 6 to 8 inches thick. Great for putting a step in your landscape or even up to your front door. But I'll stand on top of those and just kind of gauge everything and make sure our inventory is looking correct. We use QuickBooks software. I think I was mentioning that. We just updated to another a version up, so hopefully that advanced inventory will help us out a little bit and make my job easier.
That's good. There
That's
you go.
nice.
And also that helps with all the offerings that you guys have. And again, even the stone and the hardscape and all of those different things that you guys offer. One thing we hadn't talked about before, so I'm putting you on the spot. I'm sorry. Do you guys sell block, like if people were doing retaining walls or anything like that, or is that not part of what you guys offer?
Yeah, we do. We're a dealer for Keystone. Used to be known as Pavestone. We have 3 different retaining wall blocks, primarily, actually 4, but 3 that we primarily sell. You've got the ones that are 8 inches tall, 18 inches long. That is 1 square foot per block. Those can build walls as big as you want them to, basically. But in North Carolina, the law is you have to engineer anything that's 4 feet out of the ground or more. So even a homeowner can build a small retaining wall using professional grade block and get good results. Now, that is not an easy job. If you've never done it, if you're not if you're not good at DIY or things like that, you might want to hire that one out. But it certainly can be done. One of the blocks that I use at my house that's really nice, and you can build just about anything with it, is Stonegate. Stonegate is a 3-piece block that's tumbled, 6 inches tall. You can build little seating walls. It has a front and a back to it, so you don't have to worry about covering up the back. And you can build anything from an outdoor kitchen to a fireplace to a fire pit. It's a really versatile block, and we have 3 different colors of that. So pretty much everything in the Keystone catalog we have out here.
I've seen more and more, when you see more and more material moving out there and people doing these kind of upgrade projects and wanting to accent with walls or little shelves or raised beds and all that other kind of stuff. So knowing that Drum Landscape Supply carries that as well. And then you got to dress it up around it though, right? Because it's multi-layered, or multi-tiered, if you would, right? No pun intended there. You got the mulch beds too. How's the mulch game these days? Because when they take down trees, that's how they make mulch. Is that good for you when we take down trees? Does that affect you at all, or no? Is that not how it works in your world?
So most of our mulch comes from the bark of trees at a sawmill. So there is certainly a need for that kind of mulch. You might call that road grindings, like when you go and clear out an area. They do grind that up and sell that as mulch. That really isn't what we sell, though. We primarily sell the bark of the tree. It makes a nicer mulch, keeps its color longer. There's less of the white wood in there. But yeah, it's all useful. And, mentioning what I just talked about there, the road grindings, they actually take that and grind it several times. And that is often used in our compost to heat up the organic matter. So when you're making compost, you have to have some organic matter, which in our OMRI certified compost is vegetable waste, primarily from the dole plant or other sources. And then they take that vegetable waste, combine it with freshly ground up mulch, and then that's what heats up the compost, sterilizes it, makes it weed free, and then really gets it cooking, if you will. So they combine those 2 items together. They put them in these long what you call windrows, and then this machine comes through there and turns those windrows. And then once it heats up to, I believe, 145 degrees, it's then sterilized, and then it's almost ready to sell.
I was just thinking the other day, literally, I meant to ask you this. It's so funny you bring up compost. Is it okay if I just throw my fruit in the backyard? Like, is that
Yeah,
okay?
I have like a homemade compost pile where I just throw
Like a banana peel? Like, is that a real thing? I can just do that?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to have a home compost pile as long as you don't have, a dog that's going to go out there and eat all your food scraps.
Right.
But you can buy barrels, and you just put any of your, vegetable peelings, fruit peelings. I mean, anything like that. I mean, leftovers even to a certain extent. You wouldn't want to put meat in there, but yeah, making your own home compost is a great thing to do. It usually takes about 6 to 12 months for it to fully mature, but there are some different things you can do to heat that process up and to make it work faster. So, I encourage everyone to compost at home if they can.
All right.
Well, I don't even think they last 6 to 12 minutes. By the time I throw the banana peel out there, a critter probably comes and gets it. It's probably what's happening in my
The
yard.
rabbits are very much enjoying my homemade compost pile, I'm sure.
Jason Drum Landscape Supply, your local one-stop landscape shop. Jason and his team located in Statesville, but delivering to all of Lake Norman. DrumLandscapeSupply.com. Jason, we so appreciate you. Looking forward to checking in with you again soon, sir. And hope June already starting this
next week.
We're getting into the summertime. This is when the dog days of summer are on their way.
Yep.
It's going to get hot out there. So, Jason, we so appreciate you. Look forward to chatting again soon, sir.
All right, great. Hope everybody enjoys this weather this weekend, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Jason Drum Landscape Supply. DrumLandscapeSupply.com, your local one-stop landscape shop. When it gets towards the fall, too, that's where I get my seed from for the lawn. It turned out green, the fertilizer.
I'm telling you guys,
lime.
that mosquito spray is legit.
Yeah?
Like, go get it. Yes, go get it. It works.
Mosquitoes be out here.
Yes,
be
they are
coming
out there.
After people.
Go out there.
Happy Friday. Hope you have a great weekend, Mike Kith. Coming up in the rest of the lineup today, the Home Ad Show. Today's the day. Peebo Bryson. You want to win those tickets.
You can win them today.
Yes, you can. Birthdays and anniversaries. Celebrate those ferrets you adopted. Don't be ashamed of them.
That's right.
11 o'clock today. It is Friday. You've got the scoreboard and the special guest from Lake Norman Harbor Hippos in celebrating the upcoming game tomorrow for the inaugural season for the Harbor Hippos. Really excited to be in partnership with them and celebrate with the community. Huntersville Athletic Park is where you can go watch the game. Check out Lake Norman Harbor Hippos online and find your tickets today. Noon to 3, Todd Starks. Get that national political addiction itch. 3 o'clock. Beyond the Blueprint, hosted by Brad Howard, talking about development. A lot of that going on around the Lake Norman area. A lot of aspects, a lot of important things to talk about there. Looking forward to that. Then Dr. Fred, Health Talk, 4 o'clock. Have a great weekend, my kids.
They bring the dream to life. They always will. In every town, they got your back.